Upon returning, I was in a class and met with an imam there, and he handed me a Quran, which I never read until about a year ago. I looked at it just enough to do my paper and to, of course, graduate, but that was it. So a year ago, I returned to this journey and did so in learning how to make salat, and in making salat, my daughter says, I think I want to be Muslim. I like to say about that, one cannot pray 5 times a day and not change. As we continued on, she was in school one day and proclaiming that she was Muslim, and Imam Bilal Ali was standing there. And he said, well, good, I'm glad, I'm the Imam, come to the masjid and we'll talk about it. And I went there with her with the intention on supporting her in her journey and not walking alongside her in her journey. But I did. And I said to Imam Bilal, this is just not going to work. You need to understand who I am and what I've done and where I've been and how long I've been doing what I've done. And so he said, that's okay. You'll be fine. And so we went, and he sent me to Sister Roxana, called her on the telephone, and I went there and sat with a group of the most wonderful women I've ever met and cried, because I realized that for the first time I had been in a place where I wasn't judged, where I truly believed that my sins were forgiven, where somebody wasn't throwing up in my face sins that I had done or sins that I hadn't done. Somebody just made it up. And I really felt like that I was in a place where I could truly learn about, believe in, and feel the love of God, the love of Allah. So the question then became for me, why Islam? Here are my 2 reasons. My understanding. It's faith by attraction and not promotion. I was listening to a tape that someone gave me of Khalid Yasin, and he asserts that it's a system of submission. He said, La ilaha illallah. It's the faith of one God. I was listening to someone else, and they said the ba in Arabic meant with. So it's saying one God, and with one God we do every single thing. Everything we do from the time that we get up, and even when we sleep and our life is taken from us, and the mercy of Allah comes to us again in the morning. Every single thing this time is with the one God. And there's one God. There's no rivalry in divinity, no rivalry in worship. One God. One God that we worship, one God that we come to for all of our needs. And the fact that we are created to worship and to be a servant to Allah. A help and a hope for the believing Muslim. The life guide for all other believers. So it's faith by attraction and not promotion. And here's my second thought. It's faith in action and not a demotion. Somebody keeps saying she's an ex. I'm really not an ex anything. I still serve in the same place that I served. But the difference is that Allah has taken away this voice and given me a veil. Taken away this huge character and given me a covering and purity and humility and chastity and piety and honesty. honesty. And in faith we have this deen, this iman, where the benefactor is Allah. The benefactor is God. And we get to live here, and we get to live, if we live this life, in Jannah. Subhanallah. 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 Why Islam? It's faith by attraction, not promotion. Faith by action and not demotion. It is a promotion. I'm still learning, but this has become something that is so beautiful to me. Let me see, I've got all these gadgets here, if I can find it so I can read it, and I'll be done. It's a promotion. And it's clear victory, and this is in English, so please forgive me if I'm doing something incorrectly. But it's Surah Al-Fatih. It's Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It says, verily we have granted thee a clear victory, that Allah may cover up for thee thy shortcomings, past and future. What I've done in the past and what I may do in the future. And that he may complete his favor upon thee and may guide thee on the right path. Whatever Allah has for me, it is complete. His favor is complete. And where I need to go and what I need to do and how I need to say it and where I need to be, he's guiding me on that right path. And that Allah may help thee with a mighty help. Whatever it is that Allah needs for me to do, he'll help me. He has sent it who sent down tranquility in the hearts of believers that they might add faith to their faith. And to Allah belongs the host of heavens and the earth, and Allah is all-knowing and all-wise, and that he may make the believing men and the believing women enter into the garden